Hey guys, welcome back to the Black Human Infrastructure channel. Why is Tyler Perry out here advocating for black women to date down? And why is this a trend? Before I give my opinion on this alarming issue plaguing the black community writ large, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And also hit that notification button to be the first to know when we drop new content. And thank you for your contribution to our small but growing community. If it was Tiffany Haddish with a new documentary in development which explores the topic of successful women who dates homeless men. Now it's this bozo, aka Emmett Perry Jr., aka Tyler Perry. Why are these black celebrity weirdos with terrible dating history trying to proliferate the selling of dating down to black women? No other race of women is taught to settle for a man that cannot really pull his weight in a relationship except the black woman. Black women, aren't you just simply tired of having to constantly sustain all sorts of blows? More so, aren't you tired of self-inflicted wounds? Because if we as a group of women truly start upholding ourselves and holding ourselves accountable in a manner of expecting nothing less than respect, care, and pristine quality from anyone we invite in our space, especially our personal spaces, we ultimately must demand way better for ourselves, our mothers, or sisters, or nieces, and our friends. How dare Tyler uses his influence to be so reckless and degrading to tell a group of women who already must deal with the symptoms of daily post-traumatic stress disorder from living in a marginalized, bullied, aggressive, racist America, and then must be told by a black billionaire male to settle for a man that can pay the light bills? That is insulting and disrespectful. And shame on that black woman for sitting there with her legs wide open and up, lusting over a sexually questionable man while he's telling her to aim low and date down. Instead of using the opportunity to push back and refuse to accept little to nothing from a man, she sat there and praised him for telling her that women of her race shouldn't aim high and to require no more from a partner that's paying the light bills while she put the majority of the household bills and responsibilities. No wonder these new males with that mindset are weak and soft, because these are the male role models out here weakening our black men and further perpetuating a culture of not being responsible. Go ahead and be lazy, because the black women are pack mules that should be happy she got a man. What is going on in the black community? When did it become a flex for a grown man to be so emboldened to tell a group of already marginalized women to aim lower? How is this acceptable? Tyler Perry hates who he really wants to be, a black woman. His caricature Madea that was supposed to be harmless fun morphed into a mindset and belief for Tyler. This is the embodiment of what he thinks black women writ large represent. Doesn't matter how pretty, fit, feminine, got your own bag, and submissive, Madea is truly his portrayal of black women. And he made billions at the expense of the negative portrayal of us. And we all laughed and thought it was harmless. It was not. On February 5th, 2023, Fresh Life has reported that an individual named Walter Lee Hampton claimed that actor Tyler Perry was a former gay black man who has since distanced himself from the LGBTQ plus community. Despite these allegations, Perry himself has not publicly stated his sexual orientation. And then again on April 16, Hampton posted a video on YouTube in which he discussed his complicated relationship with Perry, alleging that the producer expressed concerns that his popular Medea stage performance would not continue to be successful if he were to come out.
Should Tyler Perry have to live in a closet and hide his sexuality? That's my problem in a nutshell. No one should have to live in a closet in this day and age. That we should be much smarter, more intelligent individuals, especially in the black community. We should be much moved along and understand sexuality. So we don't. So Tyler Perry has to hide. Live in fear. He has to go someplace and hide and live in a closet far away from the true reality of who he really is. Because if people find out he's gay, even though everybody and their mama already know he's gay, people really found out he's gay, he announced his sexuality, the problem would be so severe that he would could possibly lose fans or have to, could the replicate could the problems be so severe if people find out he was gay? I don't think so. I mean, I view the world differently than the average African American. This man should be able to live his life, be proud of who he is, not live in a closet, not be ashamed of who he is and his sexuality. He should be able to be a proud black gay man and be able to do projects that can do the community, the black gay community, and the heterosexual black community some good. Some of Tyler Perry's movies, I feel, have depicted gay men in a very negative light. And that's just about my opinion. But that opinion is shared by quite a few people. There are quite a few people who feel that Tyler Perry did some negative representations of African American gay men in his movies. I think he's represented HIV in a very negative light in some of his movies. There could be some deeper inner issues with his sexuality that are causing him to confront these issues in a very negative way because of his own personal issues with his sexuality. Now, I don't know. That was in the conversation I had with Tyler about he didn't want people to know he was gay because he didn't want people to have to deal with he didn't want to lose the people who were going to his plays and production companies, so he wanted to keep his sexuality a secret. That was 10 years ago. When do we, as African Americans, realize that people are born gay? Tyler Perry didn't ask to be gay, just like I didn't ask to be gay, just like I didn't ask to be a black man. I didn't ask to be black. I didn't ask to be a man. This is just who I am.
Maybe none of this is true, but you never see smoke without fire. Allegedly. My bigger point is this. Stay in your lane, Emmett Tyler Perry. I know Kevin Samuel has left the building, and you all have newly minted yourselves as relationship gurus. The Black Woman Guide on How to Accept a Man That Can Pay the Light Bill edition. How about let's focus on punching down on black women and use some of them billions you have to open an etiquette finishing school for grown black men and boys on how to aim higher than to pay the light bill? How about workshops at said finishing school? How about they are taught the importance of their black women? How important we are, vital we are. We birthed them to their very existence. How about the development, respect, equal, and fulfilling partnerships, which should be based on shared values, emotional compatibilities, and mutual respect? And to be the head of his household. And since you're out here doing or doling out relationship advice, why don't you promote healthy and respectful relationships that prioritize individual happiness and well-being? Oh, wait. You can't even show who you're relationshiping with. If you have nothing of value to add to the black woman experience, do have a Montgomery Brawl folding seat, sir.